Salutare! Am revenit cu încă un episod de RDW Talks în cadrul Romanian Design Week, iar astăzi alături de mine l-am pe Nils Bader, fondatorul Green Product Awards. Hi Nils, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. I just arrived yesterday evening and had this fantastic start into the Romanian Design Week.
Thank you very much for accepting our invitation and being here. I want to get the most out of your experience. I'll go straight to the questions. How did you come with the idea of launching an award in this area, in Green Product Awards?
There's a long and a short version, of course. You can cut out whatever you want.
I want the information.
Okay. So it started a bit in a personal way. So I went out of my old company, made a trip to Thailand, started diving, and everything was plastic pollution. This is now 13 years ago.
Yeah, that's the feeling I had when I was in Thailand too.
Yeah. So diving, and then the dive instructor say, hey, what's that? Yeah, plastic. And the fishes are disappearing. And then we went onto the island and people were burning everything they find on the beaches, and it was not Phuket, it was like a nature protected area, very south of Thailand, no big cities, nothing. And they all got sick because usually they collect leaves and make a nice fire and sitting there and standing there and talking, and then they burn plastics. It's like, interesting. No, long story, a bit shorter. So like, this is interesting, I have to change again something and to do something. And I went back to Germany and I thought, what is maybe an option, my bio-based plastics, which are then resolving in the water, that could be something.
That goes to invention, yeah.
Yeah, so I asked the ones I thought who would have the answers, and it's like research guys, Fraunhofer is in Germany, the big research world, getting all the millions from the European Union. And so we went there with a team of 7 people, sneaked in a conference, and we make an official introduction and documentation, and we did that also for them for free, but to get a bit infos. So we asked them and said, yeah, everything. And in the breaks of the cameras, sessions like, take a break, no, maybe some puts here and there. By the way, as we are not officially, is it still important to research on that topic? Which is, because in my knowledge, the bioplastic was invented by a design contest to make a replacement for the white ball on the billiard game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
And so they asked, like, it's made from this elephant teeth before. Okay. And said, no, it's too expensive and it's now a sport all over the world. We need someone to do something.
There is more golf and less elephants.
Yeah, exactly. And so they made this question, okay, find out something, and someone invented bio-based plastics. So before someone replaced it with oil-based plastics. So it's like, okay, so everything is done? Yeah, everything is done. Can I get some bio-based plastic in Europe? No. Why not? Yeah, because it's on research. Okay. This is another story.
Okay.
So I said, okay, we can't do something with this. Strange. So we asked a lot of, let's say, marketing and CEOs from bigger companies, also to see if there's an awareness and if something is happening there. And everyone was approaching something, and it was more rumors and silos. Talk to sports industry, talk to furniture industry.
It was getting more and more complicated.
But I was like, it's not possible for us. We heard there's something, but no. And this was from plastics, from packaging, from wherever you asked, it was like, yeah, sustainability, I heard this is, but it's not.
You know, when you start a discussion with someone on the email and there's that person, and after there's one more CC, one more CC, one more CC, and so at the end there are like 20 people in CC and you have no answer actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've got more questions on the table.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And then I thought, maybe it's a better idea to collect those ones who made some steps in sustainability, who have products or who have concepts for that, collect them and connect them. So that was the start. Said, okay, now we make an award.
Of course, yeah, to get the people together, you made this award. So it's a competition, they came, and that's a good idea, you got them there.
Yeah, and then they were there, and then we said, okay, after winning with a team and with a former company, a lot of awards, what is bad on awards? You don't get a real feedback. You are not connected, there's no one saying, hey, as we're sitting on the table, maybe we can do something together. Let's do it this way. And then we started with the awards. Then it was pretty clear that we do the Green Product Award for existing ones. And in the very first year, we got a lot of concepts.
And you created a community, of course, around it. Yeah,
exactly. And then we had the concepts, which were, of course, more futuristic than having bioplastic or recycled plastic in any kind of products. Then, nice thing to talk about. We had 2 years ago, we had a shoe made of dog hair.
Yeah.
With the sole made of mushroom grown. 3D stitch.
Yeah, so. And I think I saw recently a shoe made by banana leaves or something like that.
Yeah. So the bag I have with me is also made from banana fiber.
Yeah.
And the crazier you think, the earlier we have it. So this is a bit where I'm proud of, that we had this cactus-based leather 4 years ago, and we showcased the first time in Europe. And 1 year later, Karl Lagerfeld made a collection with that. I said, okay.
Wow.
Stella McCartney has already 4 of the materials we showcased as concepts on design shows like Dutch Design Week or trade fairs. And after 2-3 years, she did use techniques and materials we showcased first.
I wanted to ask you actually, what do you think that you and your award has changed in the past years until now? Well, clearly you have changed a lot of things.
That's a funny question because my friends ask me like, why do you do that? It's so much
work. Why is it necessary? Yeah.
Why? It's like, but I think this network coming together for maybe a day. So we needed this in person because then you can create a social atmosphere.
Yeah.
Guide the people a bit what to talk about. So we make it. We bring them together on, we call it islands for special topics.
Nice.
And then we don't say, you can visit this or that island. We ask them a bit what they need for, what they would give. So it's a club idea. Not everybody comes in.
Okay.
And it's guided and you have some principles.
So you're creating conversations actually. I think that's the most valuable thing there, because if you bring these smart people together and put them in a situation that they talk to each other, ideas will come.
Yeah.
And opportunities and connections and everything.
And we started on a piece of paper, like, okay, now we have we have 13 categories. And each category say, okay, we take established company, get 1 award, a startup get 1, and a student or a graduate get 1. So best concept, startup, established. So we can make a vertical matchmaking. So, for example, now we have Lavazza, and we create a coffee machine made of coffee waste with them.
How do you do that?
Together with a student.
You build the machine from the coffee waste?
Yeah.
Okay, that's curious.
So, because we had Lavazza we had a student who, by coincidence, it's also maybe coincidence. It's a universe on the table then, and there was a student work I saw Dutch Design Week, like, you make a modular coffee machine, so it's repairable. You can remove each component yourself. Cool. This is also a pathway. Lucky enough that we have this Green New Deal in the European Union now, that repairability is on the table to be a must-do thing, hopefully this year. And we have someone from another category for materials who came to us like, I've got coffee waste materials and I can make it as a filler, I can make it as a maybe 100% thing or 5%, however you want it. Can you transform this into design with your network? It's like, keeping things simple. Yes, by coincidence, I might have an idea. There's a company and there's a student and there's some other designers. So now we are starting this project. And hopefully we can showcase this on Vienna Design Week in September already.
Nice. I have this feeling talking to you that if it is complicated, you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's my feeling about it.
And I think it's about shortcuts, because someone is working here like, I can't go. And the platform we created is like, you can go there, but here is someone who's waiting for someone like you, and we know a third one, and maybe this is coming together. And
yeah, I think it's all about this clear overview, you know. You see the stuff from outside, you relax and you just, okay, how can we solve this thing? Because when you are inside the process and you're emotionally really connected, you're tired, you don't want to get feedback from everyone, you can't do it. That's why there is a need for some organizations, for some people who watch this stuff from outside, organize them, put them in connection and make the things happen. Nils, I wanted to ask you, for a freelancer designer who wants to create a product, who wants to do product design, what do you think that he or she has to take in consideration as in terms of, let's say, sustainability, process, materials, finance? What are the tips and tricks
yeah, it's a
for success?
It's a good question, and we have this question asked ourselves and asked all the designers coming by the last 10 years. And we created a process a bit. It's more like a slalom of questions.
Okay.
So
guiding questions, yeah.
Yeah, we have this online on our website for free, of course, in German and English. If someone wants to translate in Romanian, I'm more than happy to share.
It will happen.
And we make it short, like focus on a problem or opportunity you see. Don't make a chair. Think about sitting, think about society, what is needed. Don't come, I need a chair because designers want to make an iconic chair, then they go to a trade fair and then they have the chair in their life. Don't do that.
Okay. So
frame the problem, frame what you, which is...
Go after the need, not the purpose.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then think of who's your user. So not everyone, like if I sell Coca-Cola in China, I'm rich, something like this, but maybe there's someone with special needs you can fit in better. So you don't have overproduction, so you have maybe something which is really a needed product or service.
Make people's life easier. Okay.
Then of course create something like a value proposition out of all the ideas you have, throw away ideas. Be easy. Hey, make a big field and make an idea garden. Then go back and think like, for whom did I make this concept? Not me, for someone. And take a friend who's doing something totally different. Maybe who's exactly not designer, marketing engineer, whoever. Explain him or her what was your idea for the customer, the user of this. And go through this innovation garden and ask them, do you like this? Do you like this?
Yeah, so relax and think it easy.
Yes, and then watch it and see like, he's dropping out of ideas I had, no problem, because he's taking one or two of this, and then you can combine them, drop them out and think like, okay, so now maybe I've got a value proposition to give, like, I make elderly people's life easier when going to the bus station.
Be patient and spend time invest with your time. Yeah, absolutely. That's the.
Then from here, go further, and then we ask like, okay, then we frame your idea a bit, and then go the circular way. Okay, if you somehow have a product idea, then think, what is made of? What is it made of? Where is it produced? If it's a product, no? Service is another thing, but some of the same questions. And then you go for the full circular thing, where it's produced, who is producing it, under which conditions, where it's sold, so also the way of transportation, who is selling it and how, is it sold, is it a gift, is it a free service, whatever. How long do people use it? So, because this is a heavy imprint on the material choice. So we have, in the beginnings, we wanted to do everything. It's bio-based and biodegradable, but you can use it forever. So we had a friend next door, and he was making coffee cups, again coffee, out of wasted coffee in his kitchen. So this is where a lot of these ideas start.
In his kitchen?
The kitchen is a new lab, I think, because designs start like, I've got an idea, I make natural dyeing, so people are cooking as hell, things together, not mess, but more, they try to make formulas and experiments, so, and he made this, and then he bought a small press. Then I can drink it, so it's taste-free, can I eat it? No, not an idea. So think of the lifespan. Do you want something which is lasting very short? Take something which is biodegradable. If you want to have something which is very long, then you need another material. So
yeah.
Is it something used very long, then don't buy this product or this product because you can't open it or repair it. Yeah. So if you have a modular product, then you can change parts of it. So we all have mobile phones. Can you open your phone? No.
Yeah, that's actually available even on the architecture segment, because one of the stages of sustainability, is reusing, reconditioning the existing buildings. Not necessarily building passive houses. So until you get to the next constructions, you need to reuse and recondition the buildings. Yeah. I wanted to ask you, okay, so this was your point of view for the freelancers, let's say. So small design, let's say. But how about the companies? What do you think that they have to take in consideration?
I think they follow the same path, but they have some additional steps. If we talk about repairability, or then you come to repair during the life cycle or retake.
Okay.
Because, and this is also, after 10 years of wishing this, it's becoming a law. And I'm pretty happy about it. So you have to retake it, or you have a system where you can put things in and recycle it on the same level. Because downcycling is, this is for the consumers. If I take my plastic cup, it's no problem. I throw it into a special area in the trash, and it will be recycled. This is a lie. It is.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
it's
a little bit about it, and
so companies have to take care. They have to explore that this is really they bought a material, they processed it, and they maybe want to have the same material on the same quality, so take it as a chance. It's like, oh, I'm pretty, so all these, an example was a chair producer, from the Netherlands, and they are the first ones at least starting to establish a recollection system for
their products. That's fantastic. So, and that's a really good idea.
This is chair one, then there's a carpet producer, and this is like a big company, and they researched for 8 years with a big team. So it's like, if you go for a carpet, not a nice handmade like this, but industrial carpets for trade fairs, for offices.
So the brand does this? I mean, a specific brand goes and collects its own products from all over the, let's say, Netherlands?
Yeah. And this is no Object Carpet. I think it's a German company.
Yeah.
Or Austrian. And they said, okay, collecting is one thing, but starting collecting, they saw there's so many different fibers, we can't do it. So they spent 8 years of developing one fiber, having the flooring of a carpet, then there's a special layer getting the fibers and the fibers. Usually 3 totally different materials.
Yeah.
And you can't, if you mix it or glue it, it's very complicated to recycle it on the same level. So take-back system needs to go back to the beginning. What is my product made of? That I can take it back and really reuse it. And
because they were built with different techniques and different kinds of things in that time, and now, by get it, and it's a.
So this is complicated and very material-driven way. I think for companies it's important to be more open, to reconnect. It's like,
and kind of, at least from now on, build something which you can reuse after a few years. So if you get to the point that you want to recollect your objects and let's say rebuild them, reuse them, you have to think from now, from the designing point.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's. I think that's the point, that we human beings have become more smarter in the last years. Yeah.
And funny enough, the big ones are playing that game, and let's see how fast they are. Not far they go, but how fast they go for this. 4 years ago, at a talk from the innovation manager from H&M. It's like, we have one brand, and this is only made by recycled materials we collect.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to test it, go check, buy something or find something from Arcit. This is a brand that you can test it. It's all recycled fibers. Okay, IKEA starts making a take-back system. They're planning this. I mean, maybe it's secret and I should not, but
we are a few people watching this, don't worry.
Yeah, but that's, if they are big enough, they should be forced or do it from themselves. Because then you have this, then you go to circular economy. Otherwise, we're still on this, okay. Yeah, maybe next generation can.
Yeah, I think we have to really wait until saving the world will become a really good business. Then everybody is going to try to save the world, and that's going to be really okay.
Yeah, I think this business aspect is super important, because if you do something, and this is for big companies and young designers the same, if you don't have a business out of it, you will stop doing it, because then you have to focus on something else, making a living. So think of a business model for it. It's you're not a commercial asshole, because no, I don't want to be commercial. Like, yeah, but you want to live from your idea. Then somehow find an idea how this is funded.
Yeah.
So after university, the two income streams, state, parents, are gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you can go in your kitchen and make another test, but sometimes someone will come like, and food.
Mm-hmm. You see, as a designer, I think that drawing and designing can be one of the ways for saving the world from global warming. Mm. But I want to know from you, how much do you think that design and creativity counts for the stopping or slowing down the global warming?
100%.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
I got it. Designers are the next doctors.
Yeah.
Of the planet. Yeah.
Maybe some percent go for people translating their language to the business people. It's like, hey, it's good for you.
Yeah.
Politics somehow reached, maybe also a percentage of them reached to understand, it's important to redesign products and the whole process. I would go a step further, redesign society, redesign ownership, because it makes no sense at what we do at the moment. So designers are there, but reflecting, because it also gives you like a super rush. So like, I can design everything. Yes, you can, but you need other people to do it.
Yeah.
Not only the users, of course, but also the people. You are part of a system. So reconnect to others, reconnect to yourself, and be clear of the role you are playing. That in 80% of the talks I have with the designers, it's you have power, accept you have power, and use it. Like, no, I'm just a designer. No, that's wrong. You are a designer, you can do that. Hardcore high flyers, then sometimes I, okay. you can be very good from an outside or inside the process point, steering and see and reconnecting person, because in the end you need the engineers to do things. So you don't tell
do it.
Yeah, you don't tell them it must be of this or this. It's a good trigger, play that, and if you see they are working, then make a step back and see like, okay, where can I align the process on another point, because it's not only this is my design, take it
and do it. Yeah.
In an ideal version, yes, it needs alignment. So therefore you have design managers and all these curators and however you call the new people in that new game. we are playing all, don't make the same mistakes, don't make hierarchies. So I see a bit a problem. We had a long discussion yesterday night about curators. Yeah, I'm curating this, this, and this. You have expertise, you take people together, but never forget, in this role, you are also a connector. If you curate things, then it's, I give a spot, but not because you are the one.
Yeah, don't look for the best, look for connections, progress.
And you are just a supporter. If you see all of us as catalysts, so change this, not like I do it, but more like, hey, look, here are the ones.
No, it's really interesting, your point of view, because I think that's actually the difference between judging and curating. Yeah, so the idea of being a curator is to select and match an exposition, not to give the award to the best one. And that is something which I think we need to make sure that everybody understand as a function, because there are people asking, so what's the difference? Anyways, you're the one who chooses the best project. No, it's about making a new context by choosing those projects. And thank you very much for this, let's say, idea, because it makes a lot of sense for me.
Maybe I add one thing, because we also have an award with the best,
which has its own role.
And this is interesting for an outside world.
Yeah.
So then I say, oh, I was nominee, I was a winner. That
and you
also,
get the result.
And it opens doors.
Yeah.
Outside, because then other people are like, I'm not the drawer. I'm just organizing this and doing a bit mingling, as the Swedish say. But there's experts and giving feedback to all the submissions with 8 aspects, with points, with personal comments, like do it better here. So we have this one, and then the curating part or the networking part. So therefore we have this Green Future Club. We say people come in, companies are in there, our media partners, our exhibition partners, and I hope that we go on with Romanian Design Week. And then connecting these one. So we have one partner in Düsseldorf, Igedo, so they are doing now the biggest fair for sustainable fashion. And they were, okay, if you have someone from another fashion, or from another design fair, we are more than happy that you bring them with you. We expect that from you, because that's your network. It's like, now things are changing. People don't say, do something for me, it's only on my show.
Yeah.
I just wanted, you have this, and you have a show kit, tool kit, which is changing, and then curating, aligning it to the needs of the place, and asking, like, who are the visitors? Art students. So the setup is totally different. There's buyers, there's other designers, it's for a university, it's for a startup hub where they want to invest. So it's a lot of work, but in the end it's somehow a scheme I could not draw, but maybe I find someone who translates it.
Yeah, I told you before too, if it's complicated, you're gonna do it. You find a way to the right people and the right context to solve the problem. Nils, for my last question is more like a tradition already. For me, I ask our guests from outside, from foreign countries, to give us a gift and take a gift from us. And what would you give to Romania, to Romanian Design Week, to the creative community, and what would you take with yourself back from Romania and from this experience?
Okay, my gift could be that we have a green trend book each year, and of course we are a bit digital here. We can share a free version for the book. It's 270 pages.
Okay.
Usually sell it, but
be
inspired, ask questions, connect to people who are in. Everything is linked.
Yeah.
If it's a gift, I don't know. I hope to come back with an exhibition and some talks next year or in between. A gift could be, there's an invitation that we also maybe have some fashion designers coming with us to Düsseldorf to the Neonit show. Another thing is an invitation to join the coffee house showcase in Vienna.
Okay, that I'm directly interested in this. We have a coffee shop in Bucharest, so that one I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come there.
So what I want to take back is experiences what you do here, and maybe some designers joining to create these spaces where I'm talking from. So because this coffee lounge thing is more, again, it's not like go there and sell coffee. It's more like you go to a coffee, it's a social space, it's public, but it's intimate because like we now, you sit on a table and you discuss ideas, problems and plans. Yeah. But you have eye candies around and things and an atmosphere which gives you an influence. The idea of this room, and therefore this is what I would take with me. Some designers say, I want to co-create this room. To have it like, because the atmosphere here in Bucharest is so unique, take some of this spirit with me.
Thank you very much, Nils. Thank you for spending your time with us. Thank you for being here and thank you for sharing your experience.
Thanks for having me here.
Oameni buni, am mai parcurs încă un episod din RDW Talks, seria a doua. Dacă v-a plăcut, nu uitați să share-uiți povestea asta, să spuneți prietenilor, să urmărească și ei, astfel încât să putem să mărim comunitatea de creativi. Ne vedem pe data viitoare!